Joy Corner, and we're going to be discussing a topic about living in the analog. What does this mean?
Yes, don't you just crave a time when a screen didn't dictate your life?
When was that, right?
When you could watch a sunset and not take a picture of it, or curl up on the couch and get lost in a good book, or pull out the old photo albums and go through old memories. I miss those days, and analog at its core is how we experience life. Analog moments tend to engage all of our senses, our hands, our eyes, our bodies, and all of our attention all at once. It is doing one thing at a time. It is allowing space between moments. And an analog life doesn't mean less things. It just means slower and more rich inputs. Think about writing something by hand instead of typing it, sitting by a fire instead of watching one on a screen, or simply watching birds at a feeder instead of watching them online and scrolling past a bunch of images of them. The difference there is depth. An analog is a return to being with your life instead of managing it.
Living your life in real life, I think, is how I'm hearing it. Okay, so how does constant connection steal our fulfillment?
Constant connection doesn't just take our time, it fragments our experiences. And when we are perpetually reachable or connected, we are never fully in the moment. Every emotion gets interrupted, every reflection gets cut short. We start living in a state of low-grade anticipation where we are waiting for the next ping, the next input, the next text, the next demand. And when we are always connected, we are constantly being subtly evaluated by algorithms, by social metrics, by visibility. And there's this underlying awareness of being seen. And that awareness changes how we experience things. Because instead of asking, what will this mean to me? We start thinking, well, how is this going to be perceived or received? And when we remove the constant stream, even briefly, all of a sudden, emotions resurface that we didn't realize we had, or we start getting creative again, or clarity comes to us because we've stopped interrupting ourselves. And so constant connection doesn't just steal our time, it steals the space where meaning is formed.
This is such a good reminder. I think a lot of people do get caught on that hamster wheel and they don't even realize what's going on. So when we're talking about living our life in real life or in analog, why does that always feel so nourishing?
Because they don't just pass through us. Analog experiences don't pass through us. They enter us and become part of who we are. And digital interactions, they're fast. They live mostly in our minds. Like we see something, we like something, they register, they stimulate us, and then they disappear. Like they rarely settle long enough for those things to become part of our memory. And analog experiences are different. They engage the body, and anything that engages our body has the potential to imprint upon us. So when we are cooking and we are stirring something, when we are drawing or writing something, or you're sitting in nature with no distraction, you're not just processing information, you are encoding memory through sensation, through scent, through sound. And these are multi-layer imprints, which is why you can remember the smell of your grandma's kitchen, or the sound of a merry-go-round music like takes you back and makes you feel something. And you probably can't remember most of what you scrolled past yesterday. Analog experiences embed themselves because they require our presence and our participation. And there's this imprinting at a deeper level, like I said, like a soul level memory that happens. So when we're sitting across from someone and we share eye contact, when you hug someone, when you kiss someone for the first time, when you hear live music or watch the sun rise or set, these are all things that we deeply feel at a soul level.
That is so true. I know everybody has had that experience. If we want to invite more of those opportunities into our life, is there a way to do it without overhauling everything?
Yes, there is. And I've got 4 for you. The first is create a daily no proof moment. Most of our lives are built around creating something, a response, a post, a comment, a decision. An analog life intentionally includes moments where nothing is being produced or captured or shared. So maybe you're drinking your coffee and you're not doing anything else. Maybe you're watching birds at the feeder, I'm doing that, without taking pictures of them. Maybe lie on the floor and just listen to music. No notes, no photos, no proof. You are just being there. Number 2, do things slowly on purpose. Digital life trains us to move fast, even when there's no reason to. And analog living asks us to reclaim slowness as a choice. So instead of putting everything in your phone as a list, maybe write a grocery list by hand. Maybe when you're walking, walk at a pace that feels almost too slow to be in the moment. Even when you're driving, try doing it without listening to a podcast or a radio. But when we slow down, we can notice things and life can feel longer and not something that we are just racing through. This is my favorite one, number 3. Pretend like it's 1995 or 1985, whatever your year of choice is, but go back to a time when everything wasn't connected. Take a walk without AirPods, read a physical book, do a puzzle, make a phone call instead of sending a text. Try driving without GPS. The magic before the ultra digitization of everything is delayed gratification, deep presence, and fewer inputs. And the last one, practice being unreachable on purpose. And this isn't just put your phone away. This is intentionally creating windows where you cannot be accessed, not because you're busy, but because you are fully experiencing your life. Because when we're constantly reachable, part of us is always on alert. And even if nothing is happening, our body is waiting for that call, for that text. And when you are unreachable, it is saying, I am not immediately available to the world because I belong to me. An analog life is a return to simplicity, to slowness, to more quiet. And it's not quieter because it has less in it. It is quieter because it has less noise between you and your life.
Well, I liked all 4 of them, but number 3 did have some gems in it. Well, thank you so much for these gentle reminders.
Anytime.
Look, if you're looking to unplug and recharge, experience more joy in your day, Heather Boschke reminds us that small, real moments can make a big difference.